So good day to each and everyone. So by the way, I am Mary Almina Barrera Indrina, and today I will be reporting about trends in planning and management. Okay, so before we start, let's talk about the definition of what is trend. So trend is a general direction in which something is developing or changing. So in other words, there is no fixed trend, and trend is always changing. It depends on what is popular today and what will be popular soon or in the future. So why do we need to know the trends in education? So it's very important because they determine what is currently accepted to be the best way to teach students. Okay, so if we know the trend, if we know what is popular today, if you know, of course, the new techniques and the new technology, we can easily catch their attention and we can easily adjust to what is needed in when it comes to teaching. And first, we have the technological trends in teaching and learning. So, as you can see, there are students who are looking at the computer. We can't deny that today is, today's generation, we are in informational age. So, students and teachers use computers when it comes to teaching. In every classroom, right? We can see there are television and teachers are using computers in teaching. So that is about technology. So there is a use of technology at school. And next is the soft skills training. So it is a major trend in higher education. So we have here the creativity, the persuasion, the collaboration, adaptability, and the emotional intelligence. So in the first picture, we can see that there are students at cooking class. So we can see that there are lots of students, not only one, but it's a group. So it's 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 about collaboration, right? And next, we also have here the second picture, which is students inventing training gloves. So in this picture, um, we can see that the students are given the opportunity to be creative. The students are given the opportunity to apply their intelligence, and he is given the opportunity to, express himself, to apply what he knows and his creativity. And next is there's a student making own design. So in today's generation, the students are very free to express themselves. It's because the government is designing um, curriculum that's suitable for the needs of students because students, learners have different kinds of intelligence, right? So that's why we have the K to 12 system, right? Because we believe that each students are different from each other. Each students has their own capabilities and intelligence. And K to 12 curriculum is is a very good way on enhancing or encouraging them to really show what they want, to really show what they have. And we also have the student trend. So if there's a good or positive trend, we also have a negative trend, and that is decreasing attention span. So as you can see in this picture, there are lots of students using gadgets while having a symposium. So, based on my observation, students nowadays are not that too, let's just say, not too focused. They are very passive, and they are not so, they're not so respectful enough, unlike students or learners long time ago, right? I think maybe because that is their generation, and they know that there are laws that, the government also created lots of laws that really um protect the students, learners. Just like, for example, teachers are not allowed to do punishment inside the classroom. So that's why some students don't really have that kind of, respect for the teacher, right? If I'm not mistaken. So that's only my observation. So students nowadays, I mean, the new generation nowadays, they are really intelligent. They are very intelligent, they're very creative. But the discipline is slowly decreasing. The discipline is slowly vanishing. So, and this is one of the example that the students decrease their attention span, especially if you will not going to use technology when you are teaching. So they will not listen to you anymore because they are used that you really use technology inside the classroom. You really use maybe computer, or they are visual learners already. They want something to look on. They want something to see when you are teaching. So maybe that's one of the reason that students are decrease their attention span because of the use of gadgets also. And we also have mm, the facilitating learning versus teaching. So in this picture, we can see that there's there are students in the computer laboratory. So the teacher is just watching them because teachers nowadays are considered as facilitators of learning. It's different from long time ago, wherein you as a teacher, you really need to put new knowledge in the mind of students. But right now, teachers are facilitators already because the information, the knowledge is already given. You can really, if you want to know something, you just need to browse the internet, and all of the informations you needed is already there. So the teachers are just facilitating on how to use that new knowledge in their life, on how to use that knowledge or learning in their life for goodness. Okay, and next, we also have the lifelong learning trend. So as you can see here, there are teachers in MAED or Masters of Education and teachers attending seminar. So it doesn't mean that if you are already in DepEd, you stop there because the department will going to give some seminars, and for you, it's very good because it refreshes our mind. And right now, especially, we have the new guidelines, especially when you are going to apply as teacher one. If you don't have masters of education, if you don't have um units in masters, your education will be zero. So it's a lifelong learning trend. It doesn't mean that you graduated from your um degree, you stop there, because you really need to study and you really need to refresh your mind, right? Because teachers doesn't stop learning too. If you want promotion, if you want, it's also good for your professional growth, right? Okay. And we also have some um 21st century educational trend here. So the first one is online learning, the distance learning, blended learning, and the homeschooling and mobile learning. And we all have the personalized learning, the project based learning, the gamification, and the bite sized learning. So, all of these are the trends that we have in the 21st century education. So, that's all. And I hope you learned something from my report. And thank you so much for listening. Bye bye.